What up, internet? It's your boy Scooter here, and it's Tuesday night, so you know we gotta talk about NXT, and there's no extra things after that. So bars. Uh, it was a lot. We on the road to deadline, the last premium live event of the year, NXT's pay-per-view. This is the week before, and a lot of things went down. So let's go through it. The show opens up Roxanne Perez versus Indy Hartwell. There's been tension and beef between those two because Perez, being her fun-loving self, want friends and things like that. Indy is all like, hey, it's all about getting W's. You know, basically, fuck friends. You got to do for yourself in this business. She kind of taking that old school 2000s reality show mentality. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to make friends. That's Indy. Roxanne ultimately hits that pop rocks. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Roxanne Perez gets the W over ND. Bars. Told you. I got him. Next up, it was a Chase U segment where stuff, I'm not going to lie, I kind of wasn't paying attention to it, but it's going to be later on in the night. Duke Hudson versus hmm, Grayson Waller. I had to find it in my notes. Told you it was a lot. Then we get Jack, aka Cobra, aka the Terminator, versus Dante Chen. Jack wins. Let's not even try to sugarcoat, make Jack wins. I don't know why they try to make him this. He's the judgment. He's the law enforcer. He's whatever. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is a weird art. I don't know what this is with Jack, but he's back. Good to see him back. He gave his own brand of justice to Dante Chan tonight, and he's looking forward to giving his own brand of justice to everyone on the NXT roster. So don't get in the way of Jack. JD Madonna was in the Diamond Dojo trying to tell Brutus and Julius that they have to basically, in a sense, cheat to win, to beat Indusher, Sangha and Veer. Ultimately, later on in the night, JD Madonna versus Julius Creed is going to go down. They had a Legends panel consisting of Shawn Michaels, who is over NXT, kind of like Triple H's old role, X-Pac, Road Dogg, Medusa, and Molly Holly. They were all, or Alundra Blaze, they were all doing a panel, and they had two different segments. The first one was the men. They all kind of gave their thoughts on the certain men of the roster. They did the same thing with the women. Shawn was like, well, write down your 5 and blah, 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 blah. And I'll tell y'all later on who gets chosen. We get Grayson Waller, Duke Hudson. Waller gets the W. I ultimately don't know what they're going to do with this Duke Hudson Chase U thing. I don't know if this is a way to get rid of Chase U. I don't know. Because weird shit has been happening now since Duke joined the group. But he tried to go for a big boot to Waller. He almost hit Thea Hale. Then he decks Waller. They checking on Thea, all that, whatever, a bunch of stuff. He rolls in the ring. Waller hits his rolling, jumping stunner and gets the 3. Big Body Javi has his segment, and if you've been watching NXT, Javier Bernal, he's I don't want to say it like this, but he's a glorified jobber. Yeah, sorry, even I had to yell on that one. I don't know if this is a ploy to where they see if he gets over, and then he might start winning. But otherwise, he's that glorified jobber that He talks a bunch of shit, might have some semi entertaining segments, and then boom, he has his matches. Maybe one day they're gonna switch his character up to where he might start secretly winning, not secretly, but like he starts looking up on W's, and then it'll be like, wait, should we now be taking Javier Bernal serious? So big body Javi, but it led to Axiom because that was on his list of people he wanted to wrestle for so long, but Axiom was injured. Axiom was like, well, I heard you want that smoke with me, fam, so let's go to the ring tonight. It happens later. We get Kiana James filing Henley. I guess it's to settle their grudge. Kiana wins. Uh, there was a weird miscue. Kiana brought in her book bag, like her book bag purse thing, as if she was going to use it for a weapon. And then Fallon snatches it from her, throws it. And you can tell from that it was supposed to smoothly transition to Kiana hitting a move, then hitting her finisher. Well, the thing is, that's the second one, people. Kiana hitting her finisher, 1, 2, 3. I don't know. They should have put Fallon's bar on the line or something because, once again, I don't understand Fallon's character. Sorry, not Fallon. Sorry. Kiana's character. I don't get what buying up land and buying up property has to do with wrestling. Like, I really, truly want someone to explain her character to me. Like, I get what she's supposed to be, but how does that translate to wrestling? That's like, I don't know. That's like a doctor who's like, hey, I'm a doctor, but secretly I can hoop. Then when he starts hooping, he starts telling people that, about dissecting and this, and it's like, what does it have to do with basketball? What does you cracking open chest plates and things like that have to do to basketball? You can't do it in basketball for real. So you can keep your medical degrees and stuff in that field. We hooping, you about to get yam down. So I don't understand what her character per se has to do in wrestling because it's not like Ted DiBiase's character is. I'm pretty sure that was a horrible example I used too, but Kiana James wins. Then there was a Idris Enofe, Odyssey Jones, Malik Blade segment where Malik Blade is going to fight Von Wagner because Von Wagner last week ripped, excuse me, Blades. He was his little sweater vest, and this one was personal because that was the one his father gave before his father passed. So he wants his revenge, and you know what they say about revenge? It's a dish best served cold. Axe Dijak, because justice is served cold. The 6-woman tag match between the tag team champs, Caden and Katana, along with Nikita versus Toxic Attraction, got postponed because when it originally was supposed to happen, Nikita got attacked by Zoe. She was attacked at the leg, the knee area, and it got postponed because later on they showed a segment of them checking out Nikita's leg. She's good to go. That's going to be the main event now. We get a new segment for Lyra Valkyria coming. She was in NXT UK as, oh, I forgot how to say the name. I don't want to butcher it. Ife Valkyrie, AIOFE, however how you spell it. But she's being, of course, renamed as Lyra. I think it's either Lyra or Lyria Valkyrie, but Valkyria. She'll be debuting soon. Electra Lopez, she was popping her shit about. I forgot who she was beefing with. Just that fast. But yeah, Electra Lopez. wants to smoke with whomever she wanted to smoke with, and I totally forgot. Damn, I should have put that down. I took notes but forgot that part. Axiom versus Javier Bernal. Axiom wins. Uh, it was another segment of Cruz's Diaries, where Braun Breaker comes in. They were sitting at a diner. They was talking shit to each other. Basically, Cruz is like, "I'm gonna win that belt." Braun like, "You're not gonna win this belt." But it was a very quiet conversation. They was at a diner. They're trying to be respectful. They didn't want to be loud, but it was ultimately, "I want that belt. You're not getting this belt. Well, we'll see a deadline." Yeah, we'll see a deadline. Hmm. uh, uh, just drew a blank there. Sorry. JD Madonna versus Julius Creed. They was going at it. Madonna's that very methodical, take your body apart individual. Um, Veer and Sangha come out to watch the match. Madonna tries to hit Julius with a chair. Veer, no, I'm sorry, Sangha pushes him out the way and takes the chair hit himself because they want the Creeds at 100%. Julius Creed wins by disqualification. But yeah, they want the Creeds at 100%. They even said that to them as they walked over there, like, "We want y'all at a hundred, at a hundred." We get Von Wagner, Idris Enofe. He tried to get his revenge. He did. Ultimately, Wagner gets the W. Let's face it. Um, then Sean doubles back to announce the men participants in the Iron Survivor match for Deadline. We get Carmelo Hayes, JD Madonna, Grayson Waller, and Joe Gacy. And the fifth is going to be determined in a triple threat match next week between Von Wagner, Axiom, and Andre Chase. The winner will be added to that match. Then we get the participants for the women's: Zoe Stark, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, and Kiana James. Same thing. There's going to be a triple threat for the women, and it's going to be Wendy Chu, Fallon Henley, and Indy Hartwell. I think Indy should have been automatically in it. She just took one L. Like, Indy won her last like 5, 6, 7, 8 matches, but she took one L to Roxanne, and then boom, I guess. But so Wendy, Fallon, Indy to determine who's going to be the fifth for that one. Vaughn, Axum, Andre to determine who's going to be the fifth for the men. Then we actually get the main event, the 6-woman tag that was supposed to happen. It was 6-woman tag. It was the same affair, but of course the caveat to this 6-woman tag is the fact that uh names are escaping me. Nikita's leg is hurt. So of course that was the point of contention for a lot in the match of, hey, attack that leg. Typical tag team type wrestling stuff. Uh Ultimately it played into Nikita tried to attack, she tried to do her jump and spin kick to Mandy. Of course she goes down because, once again, the leg. And then JC, and why are names leaving me? JC and Gigi hits the high low, get the 1, 2, 3. Toxic Attractions on top. And that was NXT. Once again, we're on our way to the Iron Survivor and Deadline. Um, Interesting to see who's going to be the fifth participants for both the men and women. Um, I guess for the men, I can see Wagner winning because, once again, they're getting big on Wagner. Excuse me, they're being big on Wagner again. So I can see Wagner getting that one and him being in the match. And for the women, Indy should go ahead and be, because Indy has been, like I said, killing it recently. She took, like, if I am correct, I want to say that is like her first L in like a while, and it was like, they made it seem like Indy been just getting her ass whooped. Like, I want to say that's literally her first L in like 8 matches. But we shall see. Deadline's approaching, and we'll see, because ultimately, these matches are determining who's the number one contender for the women and who's the number one contender for the men. So that's all we have for Deadline so far. Don't know if Wesley is going to have a match. Don't know if Pretty Deadly is going to have a match. Maybe, well, no, Zoe is in the Iron Survivor, so they can't have a match. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm Scooter Lou. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shouts out to Dizzle, Juggs, Jaeger. Also want to give a heavenly birthday shout out to moms, gone but never forgotten. We'll always love you, and we always miss you down here. But I know you looking down on us, proud of us, and we gonna keep doing this thing, especially on my end. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you once again. We always love you. Happily, happy heavenly birthday. Give a too sweet, gotta warm it up, you know what I'm saying? Gotta too sweet to the Tag Nation and to the bros and broettes. Yeah, I said it. Not that. Until next time, we gonna tag out. Peace.